Hey Glizzy gang! So today's video is going to be very different. It's hopefully the first of many videos, or maybe even the last of this kind of video on my channel. I'm just gonna talk while I'm doing my makeup. So I want to start out by saying I feel like this video is going to be a very opinionated video, so if you're not into stuff like that, this probably isn't the one for you. I feel like it's a very necessary video though, because it's a very real subject and a very real topic that I feel needs to be addressed. And not saying that, you know, I'm still working on my YouTube channel, I'm still working on growing my family, my Glizzy gang, all of that stuff, but I want to use the platform that I have with the amount of people that I have, you know, to speak up about stuff that really matters or that I feel matters. I'm just going to start this video off by saying I am very disappointed, confused, unattracted to the beauty community lately. And what makes me feel that way is there's actually several different things. So I'm sorry if I'm kind of just like jumbled up or, you know, talking in circles, y'all. I'm really just speaking all of this from the heart, speaking my truth and just how I feel about this stuff. So it's not going to be a very this and this type video. It's gonna be a this, that, this, maybe this and that type video. You know what I mean? Let me just explain to you all why I feel that way about the beauty industry. For years and years and years and years and years on end, since YouTube has been around, there's been a lot of scandals, you know? I feel like that's just life. We're human, we mess up, and who are we to judge the next person? So let's just start there. With that being said, YouTubers, creators, we put ourselves out there to be judged to an extent. You know what I mean? We're putting out our personal lives. Some people just get on here and we just film tutorials and don't speak. We maybe just do voiceovers. And there's other people who put their personalities out there, and maybe you get a little bit more attracted to who they are as a person and you listen to the things that they're saying. And others may listen to the things that they're saying and fall in love with that person. And I want to say, as a viewer and a YouTuber, you have complete control over what you watch, who you watch, you know, whether you agree or disagree with somebody or agree to disagree with someone, you know. It all starts with you and what you choose to believe and what you choose to not believe. So, boom, that's out the way. I don't even really know, like, how to go about talking about this. But I'm gonna get right into the elephant in the room. James Charles and Tati Westbrook. This is very disappointing. I'm not going to say I'm very disappointed just because of James, because we all know James is full of fucking scandals. What's new? He's a teenage kid, still growing up, still learning. That's what life is, and I feel like a lot of people forget that. Not giving James a fucking go free pass, whatever, because he's done some very messed up stuff that does need to be addressed. But I feel like as a person, don't attack someone else's character. Don't throw stones at a glass house when we've all done fucked up shit and had to learn from it, you know? Nobody here, not even the person watching this video, not even you, is a saint. And that's just that on that. And we're also not God. So we don't have the last say-so on anything. And I feel like Tati should have handled this a little bit different. And the way that the reason I feel like that is because the way that she just affected James' career, regardless of if it needed to be said or done, she probably just triggered some serious shit with his mental health. And I wonder, before she sat down to record that video, did she say, is this just gonna affect James' career, or is it going to affect his mental health too? I don't care who the person is, what they've done. I have a very big heart, a very big, open, forgiving heart. Until you have come and actually attacked my character and harmed me, I have a very big, open heart. And I feel like that's how people need to be. Personally, if I was Tati, I would have never made a video, no matter what James did or what he was doing, or if I disagreed, because everything that's in the dark is going to find a way to come to the light naturally, you know? So why put that in my hands and, you know, in my power to end his career when it could have happened naturally, you know what I mean? It was going to happen. If that was the case, and if it was karma, and if it was a real thing, and he was doing all this bad stuff, it would have been brought to the light, you know? I'm not really too sure about, you know, the details of what happened with the guy and all the straight boys and him saying that he likes straight boys, da 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 da, this, that. Like, do you know how many fucking, I'm not even trying to be rude, but you know how many lesbians slide in my DM on a day-to-day basis? Like, I can screenshot the amount of DMs I get. Are you gay? I know you're not gay, but I just had to let you know that you are so beautiful, da 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 da, and it'll be from a whole lesbian. And I have nothing against anybody that's like that. My best friend is gay. You know what I mean? Like, my sister's mom is a lesbian. You know what I mean? So I don't judge those people. I have nothing against them. I love them dearly. They're some of my favorite people in the whole entire world. But what I'm trying to say is people have an opinion. If you're pretty, you're pretty. If you're attractive, you're attractive. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? So I personally don't feel like somebody can be forced into being gay unless you have somebody holding a gun to their head. So that whole Coachella incident when everybody was talking about James was trying to convince this boy to be his man and to convince him that he wasn't straight and that he was gay because he had money and all this and this. I find it really hard to believe that, because before the guy was flown out, he knew, you know, hold yourself accountable too. Everybody in this situation needs to be held accountable. James, if you knew that he was still questioning his sexuality and all of that, maybe you shouldn't have flown him out. You know what I mean? Because your career and your platform and your brand is way bigger than that. And you have to take into consideration of those things. And that's something that you learn and you grow from. You get educated on and you don't do it again. You know what I mean? That's just life. That's how you become a better person and a better human being, is what I'm trying to say. So, back to Tati. Tati always displayed herself as a mom figure for James. And she even mentioned it in her video, like, you know, he did her wedding makeup and helped him, you know, get some pants and fly him out to her wedding, all this, that, and the other. You know, as a mom figure or somebody who wants to take on that role, I just find it, I don't know, I find it kind of phony to make a video about somebody that you would be that close with, regardless of what he did to you to hurt your feelings or not. Business is business, and friendships and family bonds are a completely other thing. Never bring that to your business and to your platform, you know what I mean? Because it looks bad on both ends. And my mom, and I'm sure a lot of other people's parents, this is just something you learn when growing up. If you don't have anything nice to say, maybe you shouldn't say it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a very firm believer that what goes around comes around, and that if James was doing something wrong, it was going to be brought to the light the way that it was supposed to be, you know? Because now it's kind of almost like a bullying thing. And I'm not here for any of the bullying stuff. I don't care who the person is. And you guys may be looking at me like, Shai, why are you taking up for James? I'm not taking up for James at all. And I'm not taking up for Tati. I'm not taking up for anything. I'm just kind of fed up with this false reality that we're all perfect. You know what I mean? That people don't fuck up, and that internet bullying isn't a real thing. You know what I mean? Like, this whole situation just makes my whole ass itch, because I'm disappointed in the way that a grown woman handled this, even though her video wasn't bad, you guys. Like, it wasn't just a whole 43 minutes of her bashing James or anything like that, but I don't feel like it was necessary. If you know where he stays, if you have his number, if this, that, and the third, if you consider yourself a mom figure in his life, you just pick up the phone or you drive to his house, no matter how mad you are, no matter if it was already brought to the internet, it doesn't matter. I really want to use the Kylie Jenner and Jordan situation as an example, because even though all that stuff happened with Kylie and Jordan, yes, Jordan spoke out about it because she was defending her character, and I feel like, okay, that was necessary. Kylie never ever went on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, none of that, and said anything about it. Some stuff is just better left unaddressed. You know what I mean? If you know your platform is big and your brand is big and you're growing, so be it. You know what I mean? Like, let that person deal with the demons that they're dealing with and move on from it, you know? Because at this point, like, I'm very, 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 very concerned of James' mental health, regardless of how bad of a person everybody thinks he is or not. We're all human at the end of the day, is what I want everybody to understand, and to be very real and transparent with themselves. If you go and you look and you read the comments under Tati's video, and even the comments under James's video, you just see all of these people who are just like me, just like you, just like Tati, just like James, bashing him and basically saying like, oh, Tati, like, you're a fucking angel, you're a fucking this, you're a fucking that. But I feel like she's just as wrong, you guys, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't like the whole victim role here, honestly. And it's bothering me, because if that was the case, and I just can't wrap my head around, if you really cared about somebody, then you would pick up the phone, tell them that we're no longer friends, I don't want to do anything else with you, that's just that on that, and move on. You know what I mean? Like, you reacted off of emotion. Emotion will get you messed up, man. Especially mixing it in with your business. And there's a time and a place for everything. You know what I mean? So, with all that being said about that situation, because that's all I really want to just kind of touch on. And I want to say this as well. I never watched Tati's videos like that. I've watched a few of them this weekend. She's a great person. I love her personality, whatever, whatever. But if you really want to go there, she supports Jeffree Star. Isn't Jeffree Star canceled, you guys? Like, I'm just so confused about all of this shit that's going on in the beauty community. Like, everybody just wants to find somebody new to hate. And this is supposed to be a place to inspire, to create, to start careers, to change lives, and y'all are worried about the next person being canceled. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make fucking sense to me. Somebody make it make sense, because it doesn't make any sense. And honestly, like, I don't really make a lot of talking videos, because it makes me nervous knowing that my YouTube can get bigger and it can blow up, because at one point I had 0 subscribers, you guys, and I have 25,000, and I'm so freaking grateful, and all it can do is go up. You know what I mean? And it always made me nervous to say how I felt or to just be myself, because this is a platform where everybody can judge you and everybody can base their own opinions off of just little stuff that you post. You have to watch what you say, because you don't want to offend anyone. You know, like, it's just, there's a lot that goes into it, and there's a lot that made me not want to really do YouTube. Like, I had took a whole year off, because it's like, I was going through a lot, and did I want to put myself out there to be judged? No. Like, didn't need that on top of what I was going through. And one thing I've learned is, if I'm gonna be a YouTuber, no matter if I'm having a good day, bad day, or in between day, I have to get on here and make my coin, right? If this is the career that I want. If I want this to be my career or not, that's just kind of what comes with it. So, I don't don't know, you guys. Like, it's just a touchy subject. I just feel like people on YouTube, especially different creators and stuff, because you see so many videos, like there's one of James' subscriber count just fucking falling. Like, they're just literally watching all his subscribers unsubscribe to him. Like, I feel like that's bullying. Like, there's a certain extent, like, okay, we know that he fucked up. We know that maybe we need to reevaluate who we're supporting, you know? But having a live subscriber count to watch the drop of somebody's brand is kind of like, that's a little harsh. And I feel like a little insensitive. No matter what's going on, James has not killed anyone. Y'all are acting like he freaking killed somebody. And like I keep saying, I'm not defending him. This is just an example of many situations on YouTube. I don't know. I really don't. It makes me nervous. It really does, because like I said, you don't know what James is thinking. And I feel like nobody takes into account everybody's feelings. And if Tati wasn't trying to attack James like she says she was in her video, I feel like she should disable her comments. You know, if that was a video to James, why does there need to be any comments on there? Why does there need to be any comments about anything she's having said in that video? You get what I'm trying to say. Like, it just makes my head hurt. And then there's so many other great YouTubers, that don't get the attention that they deserve just because they're not scandalous in doing stuff like this. And the narrative can go on and on and on and on, you guys. I woke up this morning and I prayed before I made this video, and I asked God to just kind of help me with the words, help me to find the words that I'm trying to put together, because I feel like this is a very, 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 very good time to bring up this subject. You know what I mean? Like, we are all human and we all make mistakes, and nobody is God, you guys. Please remember that. And my biggest point to making this video, even though I don't agree with James nor Tati, is to express that we are all human, that forgiveness is something that is in our hearts, and you choose whether or not, you know, you can forgive somebody or not. And if you don't want to forgive somebody, move on with your life. You don't have to comment negative things. You don't have to bash a person. You don't have to make somebody feel bad about themselves. Imagine, you guys, I like to put myself in other people's positions, even if, you know, I don't agree with what they're doing. Once again, put yourself in a position of having millions and millions and millions of people bashing you. Do you think that you can handle that? And I feel like a lot of people who bash people are the ones that are, you know, fighting the most demons. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. But instead of taking your hate and your negativity and your anger out on someone else, go to therapy. Find help. Talk about it. But you don't have to attack someone else's character to make yourself feel better. And that's another thing. I feel like people love using other people's drama to stray away from their own, to distract them from their own. They're like, oh, this, yeah, I have it bad, but shit, this person has it way worse than me, so guess I ain't got it that bad. Let me go bash them. They're making me look good. Like, and that's just kind of how the beauty community works. Like, when one person's messing up, and they find out another person has a scandal going on, suddenly, next thing you know, they're making a reaction video to Tati's video. You know what I mean? Like, everybody on here is just freaking hypocrites, and it makes me sick. It truly does. It really does. And it's like one of those things where it's like, do I even want to be a part of this? And that's why I'm kind of trying to create my own lane. You know, music is my passion. Makeup is my passion. Creating is my passion. But my biggest thing that I want to do is spread as much love, as much positivity, as much happiness. I want to touch as many people as I can in life. Like, I want to make sure that I'm leaving my legacy behind. And people forget that, you know. It's not just about coming on here and doing my makeup. Like, I enjoy it, but I can do that off camera. I want to be able to use my voice and my platform to really just shed light on situations, to let you guys know that public figures, influencers, celebrities are just normal people. You know what I mean? Normal people that get put on a pedestal, and that can fuck up your head. And I feel like that is something that happened to James. You know what I mean? Especially at a young age, you guys. Like, that's one thing I want you to know. He's self-made at a young age, and sometimes you don't know how to handle that. Like, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse. Not telling y'all to feel sorry for the kid at all. I'm just trying to let you guys know that we are all human, and no one really has the room to judge anybody. You know, not unless he's out here, like, literally doing stuff he isn't supposed to, like crimes, actual fucking crimes, then nobody really has the room to judge anything anybody is saying right now. You don't know the right side of the story. You don't know if Tati's telling the truth. You don't know if Tati is in her feelings because he did something with Halo, and now this is her revenge. Like, oh, you're gonna fuck up my business, let me fuck up your business. You know what I mean? And listening to the video, it's kind of like, she even kind of said herself, that's kind of what stemmed it all to get to this point. You know, like, that was one of the things that popped her off. Do I dislike Tati? No, I don't know her. Do I dislike James? No, I don't know him. Do I support either of them right now? Not really, because I feel like both of them are childish for what is going on right now, and that all of this can be handled so much better, you know? Like, if me and somebody that I was really close to, I can even, like, you guys, if I wanted to, there are so many people in the industry right now who have really, really fucked me up that I've literally cried over, had traumatic experiences with, like, big people, probably some of your favorite fucking musicians, your favorite fucking artists, you know what I mean? And I can get on here and I can bash them because of the way that they made me feel, because of the way that they may have affected my career, because of all of these things. But just because of my character and the way I was raised, I'm not gonna get on here and give them any fucking attention. You know what I mean? Even if it was brought to the light somewhere, somehow, that person obviously doesn't deserve my energy, nor my time, nor my patience. You know what I mean? So to me, it's just kind of like, I really, 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 really wish Tati would have handled it better, because it just, I'm human and I feel bad, you know, because I know what it's like to feel boxed in, to feel like everything's against you, and that's not a good feeling for anybody who doesn't deserve it. You know what I mean? Like, because can you guys honestly sit here and tell me why he deserves that? He is a very scandalous teenager and a very scandalous kid, but that's the thing. Maybe his parents didn't raise him right. And sometimes, Jay-Z said it best. I was watching an interview. Jay-Z was getting interviewed by somebody from New York Times, I want to say. I'm not too sure. Like, don't quote me. I'm going to have a link down below. But he was talking about how when you go to the hood and you look at somebody the wrong way and they want to fight, you know what I mean? And you're like, why the fuck does this person want to fight me just because I looked at him? You know what I mean? You don't know what that person has been through in their lives to make them that angry. So to me, you don't know what James has been through in his life to make him that ignorant. The only way to make a person into a better person is to educate them. People can change. If you don't think people can change, look at yourself in the mirror. You know what I mean? Because nobody is fucking perfect. So stop acting like everybody is perfect. And I really just, like I said, I prayed before this, so I hope that my messages is coming out the way that it's supposed to. I don't support racism. I don't support anybody using their sexuality, fame, and money as an advantage over somebody else. I don't feel like, I don't support manipulation. I don't support any of that. I just want this to be an example to show younger viewers, people my age or even people older than me, that when somebody is ignorant to something, you educate them and you make them a better person. Because I don't know about you, but I'm a very religious person, and at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to get to heaven. And in the Bible, it says that we're all brothers and sisters, so why wouldn't we want to make each other stronger? You know what I mean? Putting past all of your personal fucking opinions and all of that stuff, if we're really going back to it and you're really strong in your religion, then you know that all the stuff and all the commotion and all this bullshit in the community, the beauty industry, is just, it's disappointing. I feel like we failed. I feel like this can be changed, but we do need people who have more common sense, who are making a really great impact. And yeah, take everything with a grain of salt. You guys put way too much trust into people you don't know. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about this, and I hope that none of this is taken the wrong way. I just really wanted to shed light on the fact that I do feel like James is being bullied, and I don't feel like he's right for the stuff that he's done, but I don't feel like Tati is right either, because like I said, mental health is a serious subject and a serious matter, and you don't know what James is thinking right now. And it's just a prime example, and that goes for everyone. Never bash the next person because you really just don't know what's going on. So, with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this tutorial. I wasn't trying to make this super emotional or super deep, but I did want to just shed light on an important matter, and yeah, that's just kind of how I feel about that. So hopefully you guys still love me and we continue to grow as a family and learn from our mistakes and to connect with higher vibrations and to just kind of use our third eye to see through all the bullshit and see the good in people, and just, you know, trust your gut, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this look, and I will see y'all I'll talk to y'all at the end of the video.
Yeah, tell me who gon' be there for you, hold you down. Baby, you deserve whatever if she fucking around. Let her slip up, make you mine now. Got that good love, you addicted now.
Glizzy gang, so that concludes today's video, and I do want to end this video off by saying I'm not picking sides. I definitely am not trying to bash anybody. I just want people to own up to what they've done, and once they've done that, you can either accept it or you can move on. But instead of putting all these hateful words into the universe and messing up your vibrations because you're being hateful, just focus on the more positive side of things. I was listening to a video today, not to get off topic, but they were saying when you can feel somebody's vibration is off or bad, change the subject by complimenting them. And it doesn't even have to be about something that's physical. You know, take something from that person's bad energy and try to find the good in that person regardless. And that's with every situation in life and everything in life. Do your best to make the biggest impact that you can to make the world a better place. So I ask that you guys take it in your heart to spread more love and more positive words, and to not be so hateful and so opinionated when it's not necessary. It's very unnecessary. So I love you guys so much. I hope that we all learned a valuable lesson in all of this mess, and that we can continue to grow and glow and slay. Okay. Bye, y'all.
Good love, you addicted now. Excuse me while I get all in my feelings, but you do something to me. Drop the tie, yeah, we cruising. Cop the coupe for just you and me, and if they mad, then just